Hello and welcome to the M and BH Offline podcast, where we take a step back and discuss our best moments, future plans, and everything else from our favorite game. I'm BH, and this is my co-host.
BhOffline.
I wonder if I'm ever going to get good enough to know when that prompt is coming up. Do you think?
Nah,
Never.
I don't
I don't think
reckon.
it'll ever happen.
No.
So today I kind of was like, I've got some questions for you today, and if you don't know, BhOffline has been the wonderful mastermind behind these 30-day series that I've been a part of, and so has M, but has been seeing a lot of success both on YouTube and on Twitch when we're streaming, as well as just like a really great place where a lot of creators have kind of come together. So M, I want you to kind of introduce what this 30-day series is and give us a little rundown of it.
Yes. So the 30-day series, I mean, it's still pending a name. I feel like I wanna have a cool name for the overarching
The
theme
name is actually
because
so hard. I'm going to be so real with you.
I know it's difficult, but the reason why is because it's such just a general term because the main names come from each season.
Yeah.
So we had the first one, which was the caves, and that was just set completely underground, and it was 30 days underground.
Yeah.
Multiplayer with the world border and everything. And the next one was the wastes. So that one is just sent in a wasteland desert themed. But yeah, I have the names for those specific seasons, but the overarching I don't know, community of
It's
series
hard.
is really hard.
It is really hard to come up with like a name that does really suit for such a broad thing.
Yeah. Always think it has to be kind of generic as well.
Yeah, because like we'll touch on the day series that we've kind of touched on like every other episode. So I'm not gonna hang much on it. But today I kind of wanted to explore what it's like running a series with a group of creators, what makes them successful, what do you most enjoy about them, but also probably more meaningful to the people listening is what are the challenges with it? What makes it difficult? What makes these things something that we can't just continue to do without really thinking them through? And so you have kind of stepped into this role of running these series, and they've become very successful. And I wanted to see what your mind was thinking about, like, yeah, how do we run them? What's the owner's perspective of them like? So
Yeah.
the first thing we kind of I wanted to ask you about was what makes them successful? Why do you like them and why do you want to continue doing them?
Well, I mean, I don't know the exact reason why it could be successful, but I know there are elements that a lot of people gravitate towards. The main one being that it's only 30 days. So having something that's not long term, but is long enough to commit a bit of time to at least.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot more flexible for creators like us, which aren't full time, and do have lives outside and also different content responsibilities. So the 30-day premise itself, like the time frame, is a big draw that people tend to like.
Yeah.
And it shows like a limited availability, a limited time only.
Yeah, and
So
I
yeah.
know what you mean like with that. Well, I'm part of it, so I know what it's like when you're prompted of like, this series is gonna only last 30 days, but you're not committing to something that's gonna be 6 months, which is nice to
Yeah.
kind of walk into knowing that, yeah, I'm gonna get in there, I'm gonna do this and this and this. This is gonna be my content that I make out of it, but I'm not gonna be here for forever, which is nice. It's not too daunting to join.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as well, there's no real content expectations. Like, I don't expect people to make videos or stream all the time, but I want to just provide a place where people can do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, love when people make videos and stream and everything. I try and watch all of them when they come through. But yeah, the main space is to create a space for people to make content and also network. I think that's been the main successfulness of the caves and the wastes is a lot of people have been able to find people who make familiar content or similar content to them and be able to collaborate in different spaces outside of the 30-day series.
Yeah, and it is really nice to be able to meet a lot of new people in such a not like carefree, but it's really easy to interact with people when it is such a short time frame because you're already like, well, I'm just going to commit and whatever happens
Yeah.
happens. And if it doesn't work out, then I'm not going to see them again after 25 days.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
So when we look at probably the waste specifically, because Caves was really, really good and we had a lot of success from it, but we're 4 days out from the waste finishing as of right now. What has been probably your highlights from this series?
Oh, there's been a few like funny moments.
Just in general, what's been like keeping you up awake laughing about what's been happening?
Well, one of them was your clip, which I've already brought up to you before, which was when you were heavy into like 3 hours into roleplay, I think it was. And then ETAC came over and tried to do the roleplay as well and did like the spit bucket like soundboard.
Yeah.
Such a funny clip. My God, I was laughing so hard at that for so long.
Yeah, I was literally editing that down
so
like
good.
3 hours ago as like a short form. And it was just so funny. And
It's such a funny clip.
we'll touch on role playing in a little bit because that's especially for me, I've like really tried to push into that part for this waste. But yeah, what other like highlights have you seen maybe in terms of like funny moments, but also like there's been a couple of pretty major projects over the course of 30 days.
Definitely. I mean, there's still already some crazy projects. I went on yesterday afternoon and was having just a look around, and there's people still making crazy things that I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
Especially at the end when we do the world tour. But we had Loki's massive scorpion. That was a crazy build that just popped up like week 1, I think, or just after.
Yeah, it was pretty early, right?
Yeah, it's like 150 blocks tall. It was massive. And yeah, that just kind of popped up. Other
Rekjol's
highlights,
Tower,
like
my God.
Rekjol's towers.
That thing just like popped up in the middle of just it happened overnight, and I just log online and this just looming tower is over my base.
Yeah, exactly. It makes me look bad. It's awful.
Yeah, me and my little town.
And Liv's custom models as well. That's been a really fun addition that we didn't have in the caves. So Liv just came on for the waste, like first time. She's been going hard on those custom models, I'll tell you that much. Like the whole ice cream van, she's done so many other little things. So that's been really fun. And I know she worked with Jozax to give some special properties with like data packs and things like that.
Yeah.
Which has also been really fun.
Yeah, I have seen a few of them running around.
Yeah, a few little rats. Got some rats on the server. It's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, any other highlights from what about like what creator has surprised you the most this season?
Ooh. I don't know. A lot of them surprise me, but a lot of them are so locked in. Oh. Definitely the bigger builders, like Loki's stuff.
Yeah.
His builds, he's also shown some sneak peeks for the like video that he's planning on. That's been really cool. You as well. I'm always just shocked at the sheer amount of American Southern accent that you're doing. Stream for hours at a time as an Aussie. You know, I don't remember who I was talking to, but someone on there genuinely thought, maybe it was Doolin, they thought that you were bloody American. They didn't think you were Aussie.
Surely not.
They did.
Little secret about
American.
that. I haven't really had much of a chance. I was gonna like watch a couple of cowboy movies before starting the waste to like, try and figure out the accent. No, about half an hour before my first stream, I logged onto YouTube and was like, how to do a southern accent. And watched a 10-minute video. But Probably a week after the waste started, and I had done like a couple of streams. I like woke up the next morning. I was like, damn, my throat's really sore.
Yeah.
um,
I
I can't tell
yeah,
if
I
I got
kept saying
sick or
that.
not. But yeah, my throat did get quite sore after the first week, and
Mhm.
it seemed to
It was
recover.
like 7 hours.
Yeah, I did a lot. There was a lot of roleplay voice acting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so that definitely surprised me.
let's jump into the role playing aspect of it because that I have had the most fun with that part, like
Yeah.
specifically for this season. Whereas in the caves, I was like, I had a little bit of like what I wanted to do, but this one I was like, oh, I know exactly what kind of character I want to do, and like how I want. Well, not necessarily. I didn't have a story that I had made up or like lore behind my character. I made it up on the spot. I'm gonna be so honest with you, but like I knew what the kind of vibe of my character was, and there was definitely other people that were like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think the difference between the wastes and the caves as well, the wastes have a bit more of a, I don't know, like set theme.
Hmm.
The caves had a bunch of different biomes. It was underground.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to make like an improv character
Yeah.
in that environment. The wastes, people go cowboys.
Hmm.
That's a pretty universal idea, which has been really good. So people have been able to like pick a character and stay in it
Yeah.
pretty easily. And
Yeah.
because there's enough similar characters around, it's like a lot easier to interact.
Yeah. Exactly. It was really nice. Like, it's very almost like cliche to have cowboys in a waste biome where it's all like desert and cacti and stuff
Mm,
like that, but it's for a reason, and the reason is because it does work really well and the theme works really well. It fits all together, and having other creators that are also committing to playing that character has been so much fun.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
I've definitely played a very southern, very cowboy character this season. And it's been a lot of fun. So I've been able to kind of go through, make up my story, make up my lore of having a wife and loving wife that I want to try and get back to, and all sorts of stuff like this. Then being able to kind of create that story alongside other people, like especially Etat and the Villians, it's been a lot of fun and a lot of new skill development in terms of having to like stay in character and play and especially make up stuff on the spot, which I've done a lot of before, but making up stuff that is very much story based and not Minecraft based, which is really a lot of fun and it's a very exciting new challenge.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think as well, there's been like lots of people have been able to stay in character while they're interacting,
Hmm.
so it helps push that improv with
Yeah.
each other. So I think it's also just we've got such a good group of people. So I don't know. There's no one that's been, I don't know, making fun of other people's role play. Everybody's just been super impressed
Yeah.
by the extent.
Which is such a good vibe. And I have a little funny
Yeah.
story. It was like one time I was online, there was a bunch of people online, and I saw that Swamp had like joined for the first time, and that was like his first stream day or something like that. And I'd never really met him before, like obviously knew about him, but I never met him in the content space. And I was like, you know what?
Mm.
I really want to go like introduce myself. And I went over there and I was like fully in character, like saying that I was lost and like where am I go like where am I and who are you guys and what's your story, and he responded in character back, and it was
Yeah.
such a funny experience to be like, ah, yes, so the creator that I've looked up to for a long time only knows me now from the character that I've played, which is
Cowboy.
a cowboy. And when you're in a space like that, it's really like funny to see how that can be your first interaction, but it works so well because you do have a character to play and they are having a character to play. And it's almost like you don't need an introduction, you just are the character.
Yeah. Well, that's also the thing, like circling back to just the 30-day concept.
Hmm.
I think having a set environment, like a setting, I guess, that everybody's got a similar goal, like to survive, to build a base, obviously.
Yeah.
You're all kind of stuck together. It's a bit difficult at the beginning.
Mm.
With that idea, it's a lot easier to interact with people because, instead of just kind of getting put in a blank room and going, all
Yeah.
right, say hi, it's like, okay, well, now we're all here and there's dangerous mobs approaching and we have to survive. So
Yeah.
who's the closest person? I'm
Yeah.
here.
And it's a really good incentive to, just make connections without needing an introduction, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, with all of the positives, what might have been some of the challenges that you've learnt and kind of worked through as you go into this more of like running a series kind of role? Whereas, you've come from playing in an SMPs, playing in or like doing building content, and now you're, doing this very much more event space kind of stuff. What might be the challenges that you and other people might face?
It's very different having
Hmm.
to organize like a large group of people. It is there's a lot of aspects that you kind of have to keep in mind. So, like motivation, making sure you have players online,
Hmm.
uh, and friendly players that will interact well with each other. You have to be very careful with who you want.
Yeah.
You don't want to get someone who will be super, super inactive, but you don't want to get someone who'll be active but also not really get along with other people.
Hmm.
You also want a good amount of interest uh, for people, so have some wild card people. That's another thing you have to kind of think of,
Yeah.
so people can have things they can bounce off or have cool clips and funny moments.
Mhm.
And yeah, so you have to have a good mix of different people that will interact, but also they have to be similar enough to interact properly.
Yeah.
There's also I've had to learn so much relating to servers, like technically speaking,
Hmm.
different mods and plugins and data packs and how they work. I've been on the phone with, because I run it through Apex, I've been on the phone with Apex people for so long, so
Yeah.
many times. It's probably no be my name, to try and sort out different things.
Yeah, like
Uh,
figuring out,
yeah.
like even figuring out the difference between like a data pack and a plugin
Mhm.
and a mod and what's compatible and what isn't is like even that is so tricky
Yeah.
because there's different types of servers, there's different like launches, all of this stuff goes into how you even run just the server alone.
Yeah. That's the thing, like how much like memory and CPU and stuff, figuring out what that means,
Yeah.
how to do a server side resource pack,
Hmm.
and not really having people that I could necessarily go to and
Yeah.
ask. I just had to find all the information.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely a lot of things that I've had to learn, which has
Hmm.
been difficult. It's taken up a lot of my time.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I totally know what you mean. It's
keeping
like, yeah, just
Yeah,
figuring all of that stuff out can take hours, and a lot of the time it's very unforgiving. Whereas
yeah,
you're like, why is this not working? And it's as simple as like you got the wrong
one
version of a
thing.
plugin, but like
Mhm.
you don't know that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
You just have to keep trial and error for a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah, even with the technical side, it is so tricky. What other challenges might have you faced when, developing the actual ideas of the series?
Mm. That's actually a big one, which I didn't mention at the start, which I definitely should have. Getting the world itself, so having it themed. So the
Hmm.
first one we had at the caves,
Yeah.
that was a very specific process, which kind of worked. I've realized now it doesn't work as well, but I think I used a data pack in the previous version or something, and then I
Yeah.
had to fly out to new chunks to load all the new structures.
Yeah.
So spawn was at like 1,100 or something like that,
Yeah.
which kind of stuffed up the nether as well. So I had to fix that on the fly.
Mhm.
So for the wastes, I originally was with Jays and we were on VCs for ages trying to figure out data packs.
Yeah.
and changing things. We had a lot of problems. There was a lot of issues caused.
Yes.
And then like luckily enough we had who was it? I think it was Ryan maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He recommended Kanokorob for the waste.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, he does a lot of data pack stuff like on YouTube, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And so then I was able to hop on a call with him and then we organized the waste from there. A lot of the ideas that I wanted, he was able to put into a world, and that was so helpful because I had spent like weeks trying to figure out how I was going to do it. And at that point, I'd already had like set a date for when I wanted the waste to start. And I didn't
Yeah.
have a world and I didn't know how to get the world. And I was like, oh, I have no idea how I'm going to be able to do this.
Mm.
And then, yeah, it was like an angel came from the heavens in the shape of a Kanokorob, who just made everything perfect, which was great.
And he's
So
done such a good job. Like the
yeah,
actual
I
world
know.
itself is incredible.
It's been wild. Like he's done such a cool, just getting the ideas and more
Mm.
of how I wanted the waste. Like it's just crazy. I'm so grateful. That was such a big help. Like I don't think he even realizes how big of a help that was.
Yeah.
It was my main stressor
Mhm.
before the waste had started.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like getting a custom biome is hard enough. I wouldn't have a clue where to start.
Mm.
I'm gonna be so real. As much as I do stuff with servers and events, wouldn't have a clue where to start with that one.
Mhm.
I just build
I
my
know.
maps and then I go, yep, good job.
Yeah. It was lots of new things that I had to try and learn as well.
Mm.
But I'm so grateful for Cano.
Yeah.
Genuinely, it's such a help. And that's the same thing with a lot of people
Mm.
lately. So for the caves, most of that I did on my own. And there was a lot of issues. Like we had the main problem was that bloody TPS stuff
Yeah.
right at the beginning where we were running on like 3 TPS.
Yeah.
It's awful. But then I was able to get some more people to have a look at it. So a lot of people from the server helped out.
Yeah.
And then data packs as well for crafting recipes. Just from making the server and having a few people on, I was able to get a lot of help with that. So I had Jozak's help with crafting recipes on the caves
Mm-hmm.
while we were on the caves.
Yeah.
Something that I hadn't even thought about. But, you know, being able to get other people's skills,
Yeah.
it in a nicer way, there's probably better ways for me to say that, but having a space where I can ask people for help and then be able to help has been wild. Like
Yeah,
it's so helpful.
that's the beauty of being in a collaborative space is that yeah, you do get to have those moments where other people's skills can come together to really make something that works super, super well.
Yeah,
You know, if you're just doing it by
absolutely.
yourself, you're kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a bit lost. And then yeah, other people can be like, oh no, this is how you can do it. Or like
Yeah.
new
No.
ways that you didn't even think about it, which is another thing. I've
Yeah.
definitely found that when I've been doing my own series and events, where it's like, you know, you have one idea like it's gonna work this way, and then someone's like, "What if you changed it like that?" And you're like, "That's actually a really good idea."
Mm.
Yeah,
Being able to bounce off of people that have a similar interest and similar knowledge as you
yeah,
is
exactly.
really good.
Yeah,
Well, for me, it's not really similar knowledge, but people that have knowledge about it, crazy helpful.
yeah. No, it's so good. Well, then, with these challenges, I'm gonna guess you've learned a lot, and I actually like. I don't know how you find it. I love figuring out new stuff because like it's just learning and learning new things is so exciting. Um,
Yeah,
I wonder if you feel the same. When you're
I do.
creating a series like this, I think it's so nice to be able to learn these new skills, but also learning these things and like running events and stuff like that or series, it kind of branches out from Minecraft just being a game to now you can kind of actually do whatever you want with far less restrictions because you're not just by yourself in a single player Minecraft world and you can do all sorts of new things. Is that something that you found?
Yes. So I found that it turns Minecraft from being just like a little hobby game
Mm.
side thing that I do to being more of a skill. I mean, it's the same with content as well, and we kind of talked about that in the last
Yeah.
episode. But I have learnt so many things that I would not have known.
Mm.
And yeah, of course, they're mainly for Minecraft, but it can help with understanding other things just in real life.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the, I don't know, coding aspects,
Mm.
running a server, technical lingo and stuff, and
Yeah.
making sure, like, figuring out where I need to go to find the information I need is also crazy helpful.
Yeah.
So generally, I'm pretty curious person. I like to learn things. So knowing more of this kind of stuff has been, I don't know, it's felt rewarding.
Yeah. It's
Going
like
oh,
it gets
yeah.
addicting. That's what I find. Is like, I don't know if that's the right word to use, but I'm gonna guess that you feel the exact same way. Is like once you realize that, you say like you can do anything in Minecraft, and like that is true. You can build whatever you want. But as soon as you start tapping into that, like doing stuff that's not just about Minecraft and it's like other things, it just becomes like, it's like learning how to paint. Whereas like, oh my God, all of a sudden I can use colors.
Yes.
It's that feeling of like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I can do everything now. Like if I want to make a golf game where I throw a trident and like the trident is my golf ball and you throw it further if you're standing on grass, like you can't do that in Minecraft. But once you learn plugin development, then you go, oh my God, it's actually so easy. And I'm sure you feel the same way. Is like, oh my God, I could do all of this now.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, BH has been doing a lot of plugin data packy crazy stuff. So that's the
Eventually we'll get to see
context.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
soon, hopefully.
Oh,
But yeah, it's just, I don't know, like a year ago I wouldn't have been able to know half, not even half, like I wouldn't have known any of the stuff that I know now.
Yeah.
And I think what was it? It was either I watched or I saw something kind of right before the Oasis started, and I often get into a bit of a trap of like just consuming things, just consuming content, watching lots of YouTube and Netflix. And although a lot of the stuff I watch is educational stuff, like I'm not making things, like I'm just watching people make things.
Yeah.
And I fell into that kind of trap, and it struggled to get that motivation to start doing the waste. Like I had it planned, but it was getting in my brain, it was getting such a big project. So I was like stressing about how I was going to get it started. And then I watched something and it was about, watching people do all these cool stuff, but never doing anything yourself.
Yeah.
And that's not really how you would grow. Like I felt a bit stuck for a while, in a bit of a loop. And I was like, I need to just do something.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I need to start the waste.
Yeah.
And I think that's with my scatterbrainness, that's also how the cave started. It was an idea I'd been thinking of for a year and a bit, I think. And I never did it because I was like, oh, I don't know this. I don't know this. Or I'll do it when I know this. Or I'll do it when I know this. But I'm never going to know any of it until I just start it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that kind of mentality at the moment of like, just make it first and then make it pretty later.
Yeah. Like, what was the quote that I saw? As you start to walk on the way appears.
Yeah.
I think is what it was. So it's, as you start, there's not going to be a path if you're just sitting and waiting for it to appear. You have to just start walking before you find your path.
Yeah.
I was like, I just got to start doing it and I'll learn as I go.
Yeah, exactly.
And obviously, caves wasn't perfect. Waste also wasn't perfect. There's been problems with that. But, always strive for perfection and never reach it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's such a good good mentality to have is just start. And as much as you can hear it, you do need that, like, you need that kick in the butt just to be like, get going. You just need to start.
Yeah.
It'll work out.
Mhm.
You know?
Exactly. Or it won't. But, at least you're not sitting there thinking about it
Yeah,
for
exactly.
ages.
And you learn something.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's actually going to be all we have time for today. I think we've had a very,
Ooh.
very good fleshed out convo about the wastes and especially running a new series and what we learn from it and all the skills that we get from it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Been very good. One other little shout out, because I've shouted out a lot of people. I've shouted out what Loki's crazy building, your southern accent, Liv's custom models, Cano's world gen. I also do want to shout out ETAT as well, because he's been helping very a lot with the next trailer for the next 30 days season that I need to get done before the wastes finish. And he's been like the real MVP of it all. So
Yeah.
that's why I had to have a little shout out for him, because it's been crazy.
And I'm gonna shout
Some
out
of the
M
stuff.
because none of this would have happened. And as much as it's very much a thank you to M because she's done such an amazing job, and I think everyone should say thank you. Yes.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for watching, being here. This was the M and BH offline, and I'm Enchmu, and this is
BH.
I did that in the wrong order, but thank you for watching. We will see you in the next one, where we'll have another awesome topic and a great intro and outro
and
for
we'll be
you,
so cohesive in the outro. Yes.
as per usual. See you later. Goodbye.
Bye.